you're taking 5 grams of creatine monohydrate and it might not be enough. Creatine monohydrate over the years has been a well-established and well-known supplement in the gym world. People that take creatine monohydrate that are in the gym, they're taking it for improved strength, increases in performance, improved recovery times, things like that. Now, creatine more recently has been shown to be very beneficial in terms of mental performance. And what I mean by that is improved memory, improved focus. Now, to give you some context here, creatine has been recommended at 5 grams of creatine monohydrate every single day. That's the recommended dose often provided. Now, at times there's a loading phase and all those types of things that are recommended. To me, that's all nonsense, so avoid all of that. But in general, 5 grams of creatine monohydrate every single day is the recommended dose, which is even what we recommend. Now, with that said, what we're finding is creatine can be very beneficial on the cognitive side, meaning the mental performance side of things, once you reach about 10 grams and more. Now, an important thing to know is creatine has been shown in studies to be effective. We know that. However, creatine in terms of safety has been shown very safe and effective from 5 grams of creatine monohydrate supplemented daily all the way up to 30 grams of creatine monohydrate supplemented daily for multiple years of ongoing use, which essentially means everywhere in between you're good to go. Now, when it comes to mental performance, again, what we're seeing and what research is showing is that essentially at 5 grams of creatine monohydrate every single day, you are going to get the performance benefits, the physical performance benefits in the gym. When it comes to the mental performance side of things, that's when we're going to want to start getting up to 10 grams, 15 grams, 20 grams, maybe even 25, who knows, but somewhere in that range is where you're going to start seeing the mental performance side of things. Now, what that essentially says is that first dose, that 5 grams of creatine monohydrate, is likely being absorbed by the muscle. So the muscle's using all of that, not leaving anything after. So once you reach 10 grams of creatine monohydrate every single day, it seems to leak over into the mental performance side of things and into the brain. 10 grams of creatine monohydrate seems to be where the brain gets the most benefit. At least that's the starting point. That's where you're going to find the improved memory, the improved focus, and again, improved mental performance during times of stress or during times of sleep deprivation. That's really where these higher doses shine. There was even a study that was showing that at 25 grams of creatine monohydrate, somebody that was sleep deprived for 20 plus hours showed no signs of cognitive decline. In other words, you're sleep deprived, you're under a lot of stress, up your dose of creatine. Now, me personally, what I like about this is it allows you to deal with things like mental fatigue, sleep deprivation, without adding additional stimulants. Oftentimes when people are tired and exhausted and all those types of things, they reach for more caffeine, which is obviously the nootropic of choice, I think, for most people. I'm going to grab another cup of coffee, I'm going to grab an energy drink. But there's definitely some sort of risk with increasing total daily caffeine intake. With creatine, you're not going to have that. You have proven studies showing safety at a very high dose to be utilized on a regular basis, and you're not putting that strain on your heart. So in my opinion, I think if you're looking for the physical performance benefits of creatine monohydrate, the dose stays 5 grams of creatine monohydrate every single day. Timing doesn't matter, so don't get caught up in the pre-workout, post-workout, and all those types of things. Just make sure you get it in every day. And then if you're looking for the mental performance side of things, if you're looking for the cognitive benefit types of things, that's when you're going to want to start taking 10 grams of creatine monohydrate every single day and up. Now, when it comes to sleep deprivation, you're very tired or you have a lot of stress, that's another thing. Stress on the brain, that's where creatine shines. So things like depression, you have a lot of stress from work, you have, home life, all those types of things. Any kind of stress on the brain, again, you're going to want to up the dose of creatine. If you find yourself with a specific task that's going to cause you a lot of strain, or if you find you're jet lagged or you've lacked sleep over the course of a period of time and you need to dial in, that's when you're going to want to go even higher. So 10 grams every single day, get yourself the physical and the mental performance side of things. And then on days that you are looking to really lock in, or you're really tired, or you have a lot of stress, maybe that's the time that you jump it up to 15 or 20 grams of creatine monohydrate on that specific day. I think it's pretty straightforward. My recommendation for most people is, again, 5 grams of creatine monohydrate. But for those looking for the mental edge, 10 grams seems to be the sweet spot. So if you guys are looking to supplement creatine, Latino flavors lead the way here. Our Jamaica flavor, absolutely delicious. We have creatine stick pack bags and we have 120 serving tubs. So for those jumping it up to 10 grams, tubs might be the better move for you in terms of cost. But either way, our creatine, absolutely delicious. I'll link all of it down below. I'll also add some studies for some of this stuff down in the bottom so you guys can check that out. So creatine, make sure you guys are getting those physical benefits, the mental benefits, Take your creatine every single day. Choose ours. Third-party tested every single time. Links are all down below. Go check them out.